Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a whip and chat, so grab whatever you're working on and work along with me. I am still messing with this TSA. Granted, it is massive, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, I should have finished it by now, but like the problems that I've had, like look at this, popping drills everywhere. The problems that I've had with this have taken me a lot longer to fix than I feel like I would have spent if I had picked a different canvas. So once again, I have emailed Treasure Studios Arts, and I am sure they're very tired of hearing me, just as I am very tired of talking to them. No offense, but you know, at this point, it's kind of like, I mean, in addition to the trouble with the drills that I initially had, I am now having problems with, the drills are popping. And, you know, with the popping drills comes many problems. And it could be many reasons too. Like, that's the thing. I'm thinking that because the drills I got from Diamond, let me start actually working. So the drills I got from Diamond Drills USA are beautiful. Like, I mean, these are probably some of the best drills I have seen in a while from major companies when it comes to squares. So like I loved my Diamond Art Club squares. Dreamer Designs, you know, we have a very tumultuous relationship. It's a love-hate relationship. They love my money. I hate working on their canvases sometimes when they get to popping and gapping, but even their squares were better than the squares I was initially sent. So it's kind of a little frustrating for me, because here's the thing. I toyed with the idea that maybe it might be my fault for a little while. That's why I didn't email them right away. I toyed with the idea thinking, okay, well maybe it's my fault. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. But then I remembered that this is not my first rodeo and this is not my first square. And I was like, you know what? It's possible that it's my fault, but the likelihood of it being my fault when I don't typically struggle this much, and that's coming from somebody who's done Dreamer Designs and already has mixed feelings on them. So make of that what you will. But I am really trying to get this done, and this canvas is not allowing me to finish it. So I took a break from it today. This is the first time I have touched it since Tuesday? Wednesday? I'm not sure. I kind of wanted to give myself and allow myself some time, so I took a smaller canvas in to work on today. So that was another, you know, time that I could have been spending on this, but I really felt like I needed to give myself a break. So I emailed them and we will see. Let's talk about something positive. Let's discuss the new releases from a couple companies actually. We've got some from Star-Or and some from Diamond Art Club, and let me say I am, what is this? Oh, okay. I thought it was another diamond painting release. I was like, ah! So, this is, let me push that aside. Is it focusing? I can't really tell. No, focus on the kitty. Focus on the kitty. There we go. So this is one of the ones from Diamond Art Club. I love him. He's a naughty little pirate cat. Here is a Randall Spangler, whom I also kind of like. And he is a clean little dragon. And this one I'm intrigued by. And it renders excellent. Like, I'm talking like I was shocked at how it renders. So that is a definite strong contender. We will see what I wind up with. Let's see, let's do Star-Or. Oh, there we go. So Star-Or has released a few beauties recently. So they got this one, which I love. And then they've got this one, which is also so cute. This one, and then I don't know why the other one's not up here yet. Jenny, stop dragging Florida. But I cannot find the last one. I may have to pull it up on, let me see. Do I have to go to their website? I think I do. So Jenny and I were talking about how Florida has no seasons, and she's like, I can't imagine having no seasons. And I'm like, I can imagine having snow all the time because I did live in Maine. So I can't even say that. All right, let me see the painting. Where is it? Show me the paintings. There it is. Nope. Oh, did it get removed? Oh, it got removed. Interesting. Okay, so this one right here that you can barely see, the one with like the mess of owls right there, that one got removed for some reason, because when I click to view, oh, that's order now. When I click view more, it's not there anymore. So it must have gotten removed for some reason, which is kind of a bummer because I know a lot of people were interested in that one. Well, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So I am still using my whip wax. The company's owner recently got in touch with me, and we had a conversation, and we kind of, you know, figured out what it is that went wrong with me at first. But I mean, I kind of knew anyway, so I wasn't really worried about it. But I mean, y'all know that I struggle sometimes with trying new waxes, but that's really the fun of it. But she was really kind, and it was really nice to get to talk to her. I always love when the owners of Etsy shops reach out and like they make communication with me. It's not like a one-sided thing. I'm not harassing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not calling for their attention. They saw the video and they're like, hey, thanks for doing a review. Thanks for your opinion. I love that because it really shows that, hey, I am very interested in how my shop is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shows pride in their products and their shop, and it's like, wow, okay, so there's things that I can improve on maybe, you know? I've had a couple of the companies or the Etsy shop owners reach out to me over the course of my new Wax Wednesdays, so it's always nice to talk to people, especially the creators of a product, because, you know, maybe I am doing something wrong. Maybe there's something I can improve upon when using their product. But honestly, after I finally got the hang of it, I think it only took me like a couple minutes, which isn't too bad. But after I got the hang of using the whip wax, which whip obviously stands for work in progress, but after I got the hang of it, I loved it. Like, I'm actually dreading trying something else now. First of all, the sound is, listen, here. Oh, that wasn't a good one. Hold on, let me get a better one. There you go. The sound is like wonderful. And the smell I got, if you missed it, I think I got poison apple, or maybe, poisoned apple? I'm not really sure, but it smells fantastic. I love it. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying my time using it. And let me zoom you in so you can kind of be seeing what's happening. There we go. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. Oops, there I go, popping drills again. So I'm very excited about finding another wax I like, because, you know, I'm a very picky person. So finding one wax I like is awesome. Finding two waxes I like are awesome. But finding a couple waxes that I love, it's amazing. I'm enjoying this wax a lot. So let us see. What else do we have to talk about? I can go into great detail about my week. But I think that I just have one funny story to share. I've been looking forward to sharing it all week long. So my son went to my mom's house this past weekend, and I got a drill. I gotta move it. Okay. So my mom had Austin this weekend, and I met to pick him up. So I am driving down the road, and next to me, a man with a, let me set the scene for you. It was a older convertible. Well, actually, I don't even know if it was a convertible. It was an older car that had been modified so that it was kind of jacked up. And the front was lower than the back, so the back was much higher. No, the back was lower. The front was higher, yeah. So instead of riding like this, he was riding like this. So this was the front of his car, this was the back, and it was purple, and the music was blaring really loud. Mind you, I have my kid in my car, and my AC just went on me recently. So I'm like, okay, cool. I have to drive with the windows down now because no sense. I live in Florida. I'm not gonna die keeping my windows up. I'm just not gonna do it. So I left the windows down, and the man was blaring his music, and it was fine, and I was just kind of like giggling to myself because I had never seen a man in a car like that, and he had gold grills, and he was wearing a straw hat. And I mean, honestly, it was just like, I mean, I wasn't laughing at him, but I was just like laughing like, am I seeing this? Is this really happening? That's crazy. Because it was night, so there's not really a point to wearing a straw hat at night. It was an aesthetic choice, which I respect. I respect the aesthetic of it and all that. But, so let's get to the point. So, I was at a stoplight, and then the light was green. And somehow the man managed to get, instead of, he was on this side of me, he was on my driver's side, he managed to get himself to the passenger side. So he kind of like, at the intersection, he went in front of me and ended up being next to me at the next light. It was interesting. But at the light, at the second light that we got stuck at, he asked me for my number. And here's where it gets interesting. So for those of you who don't know, I'm actually, like, I know that I'm very, very old in the sense that, like, I just behave like an 85-year-old woman. Like, I just do. I go to bed early o'clock, and I have hobbies that would, you know, be considered to be somebody of a more mature age. Like, I like playing bingo. Oops, I'm about to drop something. I like playing bingo. I like reading books. I like diamond painting, which is in my opinion, it's a derivative of cross stitching, which is typically not a 26-year-old hobby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I typically find myself enjoying things that people who are older than me enjoy, which is not really a problem. It's, you know, I'm totally fine with who I am. It's everyone else that has a problem with me. But so the point of that, all that to say that I am 26. So it's not unreasonable that this man would be asking for my number, except for I'm sure he was much older than me. And my son was in the car. Well, anyone who knows me knows I don't do social interactions very well. So the light turned green, and like, well, okay. So let me back up. So he asked for my number at the red light, and we're stopped. So I'm here and he's here, and Austin is in the back seat, and I'm obviously driving. And the windows are down because, like I said, my AC is bad, and he's got his convertible and his straw hat, and at 8 something at night. And he asked for my number, and instead of doing social interactions, I kind of open my mouth to respond and tell him that I'm engaged. I've been engaged. Well, I mean, he doesn't need to know the details. I mostly, like, not to take away from somebody who's been married for 150 years or anything like that, but typically when I am put in a situation like that, I just say I'm married. Because, I mean, if common law marriage was still around, I'd be married by now. I've been with the same person for 10 years. We celebrated our 10th anniversary on September 16th of this year. My son is 7 years old. It's not it's not that we don't want to get married, it's that the time has not been right. You know, I had my son very young. So for those of you who are trying to, you know, scratch your head, wow, she's 26, she has a 7-year-old kid, her kid's about to be 8, that's crazy. I had my son when I was 18 and I turned 19 right after. I didn't, you know, we didn't plan to be young parents, but I also didn't want to, which I think is a very mature thing to do, is I didn't want to get myself into a situation like, okay, I am pregnant. I didn't want to be pregnant and divorced at 18. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously he was clearly the one that I meant to be with, seeing as it's been, you know, almost 8 years since my son was born. But and not to be like overly sharing, not to share too much, not to you know, overshare, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But you know, I have been with the same man for that many years, but I also didn't want to be a young mom and a young divorcee. I just didn't want to. So we didn't get married when I first got pregnant because of that, you know. There were people that were telling us to get married, and there were people that were telling us don't get married, and instead of listening to either one of them, I listened to myself, and I was like, okay, when it's meant to happen, it will happen. I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to rush it. You know, some people will look down on me, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I know who I am, and I'm fine with it. I don't really need your approval if you're offended by it. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to be rude, but like, you do you, you know? So, and instead, all this to say that when I pulled up to the light and he asked me for my number, and I went to, you know, tell him that I'm married. I'm not married, but you know, that I already covered that. Anyways, the light turned green, so I just zoomed off. Like, I'm telling you, I did like 80 miles an hour to get away from him because I am so anxious, and I didn't want to. I'm trying to make it so it's not crooked. Is that kind of better? But then that's worse for me. Okay, so maybe I'll scoot you. Would you like to be scooted? Let's try not to drop drills on the floor and scoot you slowly. There we go. That'll do. Right? That'll do. So yeah, that was what happened on Sunday. So, little known fact, or big known fact, I'm bad at social interactions. So rather than just say, I'm sorry, I'm married, I just drove off really fast. I didn't know what to say. Like, I wasn't gonna say, like, you know, I mean, like, what do you say? I was asked for my number, and instead of responding, I just did 80 miles an hour to get away. And in hindsight, I feel so bad because, like, imagine him sitting at the light trying to get my phone number and me just going, like, I took off. And I'm like, I feel a little embarrassed telling that story, but I also don't, because I just don't. Like, I feel bad. I should not have done that. Also, don't break the law, kids. Don't speed. Don't do 80 miles an hour just because you are uncomfortable in a social interaction. Don't do what I do, okay? Do as I say, not as I do. So that was Sunday, and my son brought home some cactuses, and those cactuses brought a red ant into my car, so I also got bit on the way home by a red ant in my car while I was driving. And then as I was taking the cactuses out of the car, I'm not really sure, I think I was wearing long sleeves, so it's very possible that like the cactus may have touched here, and then I went and I touched my chest, like right below my collarbone area, and next thing I know, I have pricklies all over that area, and I couldn't get them out, and I'm panicking. I'm like, oh my god, there's so many cactus, you know, spikes in my chest. And I was just, that was Sunday. I had a really bad Sunday. Okay, it was a really bad Sunday, but everything's fine now, right? It's fine, everything's fine. So that happened, and let's see, also on Saturday I ended up doing a overnight. Oh, my foot's falling asleep because I sit weird. Hold on. For some reason, I feel the need to sit at my table, like kind of cross-legged. You know what? Don't ask me why, because I couldn't tell you. But anywho, yeah, so on Saturday I did a double. So I worked 2:30 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. the next day. So that kind of sucked. But that's okay, because I like getting multiple shifts done in one day. Like if I can do a double, I really prefer that. Oh, hold on. I have to back up, and like I said, I have to, for some reason, cross, because it's one of those tables that has like, excuse my chair farting. It's one of those tables that has the fold down leaf to make it extend, but I want it to have a squared off edge instead of a rounded edge, so I, leave it squared, but then I can't sit cross-legged underneath that, so I have to I don't know, it's a lot, y'all, it's a lot. I'm working on sprucing up a new area to film, but I don't really think that would be much better, because it's not going to provide that much more. It's actually going to provide less space to film there, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I mean, the only real problem with filming here is when I'm sitting down, I'm constantly making my foot go to sleep because of the way I'm sitting. So an easy fix would be to quit sitting like that, right? Nope, I can't do that, sorry. Because that would make sense, and I don't often do that. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed my funny story, because I hope somebody got something out of that story. It was a lot. And then Austin's just in the back, like, he's giggling at me. Like, I'm like, what? What is so funny? And he's just like dying in the back seat, laughing hysterically at me. And I'm like, what is going on back there? And he's like, he asked for your number and you drove off. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, what do I do? Like, I mean, I could have just said, I'm married, thank you, I'm flattered. But I was at a red light, and then the light turned green. I no longer had to be there. Anyways, I kind of felt like an ass after, but looking back, I still kind of feel like one. I don't know. It was something that happened, and we're moving on, right? We're moving on. So moving on to Big Brother, we are down to, 5 contestants now? I always film these on Thursdays if you're new here, because Friday I work 6:30 to 3, and I typically like to put my videos up around 4 o'clock my time, so, which is 4 EST. So it's impossible for me to film, edit, and upload on the same day, unless for some reason I have Friday off, in which case, wonderful, but that is a rarity. I had last Friday off though, so that was cool. I think I had last Friday off. Did I have last Friday off? Or was it the Friday before? You know what? I don't know. So, anyways, yeah, so right now, at the time of filming this, it is Thursday. I got off work early because I am helping another coworker out this time. This time I am doing a double. Well, no, I'm not doing a double. I'm doing a 12-hour. I'm doing a 12-hour on this Saturday and an overnight on Sunday. So I am gonna knock out, what is that, 20 hours? Yeah, I'm gonna knock out 20 hours in 2 days. Well, technically 3 because Sunday overlaps into Monday, but I digress. So I'm planning on coming home from work on Saturday and trying to stay up a little bit so that I am, well, I don't know what I'll do. I don't know. I might just force myself to take a nap. I'm not really sure. This past Saturday, or this past Friday, I ended up staying up all night, and look, it makes sense in my head, so I don't want to hear it. But I stayed up all night on Friday, and then I finally went to sleep at like 4 in the morning so that I could sleep until like 12 or 1, so that when I went for my double and my overnight, my 2:30 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. the following day shift, I would have gotten some sleep before. And it was okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. I could tell you it wasn't great, but overnights rarely are ever good. And doubles are rarely ever good either. So that is okay. But that's the first time I will be getting a full 40 in a while, because I don't know if I ever went into it on this channel, but on this channel, as if to say I have others. I don't know if I ever went into it on my channel, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you know by now I have a son, and I have a job, and my job typically wants me to work 9 to 5:30 on Wednesdays and Thursdays, but that is not possible for me because I have to pick Austin up by 4 o'clock. Otherwise, I get charged lots of money. I could put him in full-time aftercare, but there aren't any spots available, so I had to work something out with my boss, and that means that I lose an hour because I now work 8 to 3:30, which is incredibly accommodating of my boss, and I really appreciate it. But so I lose an hour every Wednesday and every Thursday because of that, which isn't fine because 38 hours is, you know, very close to 40, so it's not like I'm, you know, stressed about that. It's just that this is the first time in a little while I'll get a full 40, which is exciting because, you know, I've been a little behind ever since Austin came home, and that's not his fault. That's, you know, my ill-preparedness to have him go to school. Because, well, I mean, we didn't know if school was going to start right away. So we weren't prepared for it. But I have already gone over that before, so no need to go into that again. You know what I am going to do? I am going to stop this because it will cut me off if I don't. So I'm going to cut it off before it can. Hold, please. Okay, so ideally nothing will have changed for you because all I did was press stop recording and then start recording again. Up. Keep popping the drills. So I have been loving Instacart lately, and it provides me with the ability not to go in a store and not to actually have to shop, which is something that I also haven't done in a while because with Austin being gone, I don't typically eat food. So we were only eating dinner. We were only getting HelloFresh during the week. So I now have to grocery shop because, I mean, who would have guessed it? Children eat. I mean, wow, it's crazy. And he eats a lot. He definitely is probably going through a growth spurt. Like, he eats 3 meals before I eat 1 meal because he's got his lunch, and no, he's got his breakfast, and then he's got lunch, and then he's got a snack before in aftercare, I believe. And so he eats 3 times before I eat once. So I've been having to grocery shop, which has been an adjustment. And like, how spoiled rotten do you have to be like, be like, oh, I have to go grocery shopping now. Like, I have been so spoiled with not having to go grocery shopping. So, I don't know. It's been nice to not have to go though, for sure. Oh, I suddenly have gotten myself a headache. And I'm not sure why or how. But I seem to have acquired one. I think it's lack of caffeine. I haven't really been ingesting a lot of caffeine lately, which is good, but also when it leads to like caffeine headaches or, oh my god, caffeine migraines are the worst. But that is okay. We're gonna go ahead and keep going because I don't really have a choice. So I am gonna leave to pick up Austin here in a little bit. Oh, let me tell you this weird thing, this weird thing that happened. So he's in aftercare because typically I don't get out of work until 3:30. So he needs to go to be in aftercare for at least an hour, hour and a half. Well, by the time I get there, 2 hours extra. So I had already signed him up for aftercare, but they gave us a parent pickup number a couple years ago. Well, apparently all of a sudden the parent pickup number changed this year, which, you know, makes sense because there were a pandemic and all that. But Probably less people are taking their kids to school, so less numbers are needed for parent pickup, but I didn't get assigned one, and they won't assign me one until I come into the school, but they don't want me into the school. Like, they won't let me into the school, and I have to make an appointment, and every time I consider making an appointment and I call, they're like, we actually don't have anything available this week. Or they don't have anything available on the days that I have off that week. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I can't even pick my child up from school because of the parent pickup thing, which is kind of like, I get it, but it's also very frustrating because, I mean, in theory, I could have picked him up half an hour ago. But because I can't, I have to wait until they start releasing them from aftercare, which is at 3. So I should have him, but I don't. But it's fine because he enjoys the extra time with his friends, because a lot of his friends were in his online class instead of the in-person class, because he got moved to in-person, but his teacher and all his classmates that chose to be remaining internet only or distance learning only, they stayed there, obviously. So he's enjoying, more time with some of the kids that he wouldn't have gotten to see otherwise, because they all got moved to separate classes. So he's got a couple friends that eventually we'll see if we can set up a play date with, hopefully. But right now with the pandemic, probably not this year. So it recently came to my attention that we are, what did someone say, 70 something days away from Christmas, which is very disheartening. Very disheartening, because I am not prepared for the Christmas season. Let's see, let's count how many paychecks. I get paid bi-weekly, so let's count how many paychecks left until Christmas, and we can panic together. So I get paid tomorrow, Friday, and then 2 weeks after that. That's 2, but this paycheck's already spoken for, so let's not even count that one. So we have the 30th, and then we have the 13th, and then we have the 27th, so that's 3 paychecks. And then I guess I get paid on Christmas, or my payday is scheduled for Christmas, but I won't get paid on Christmas. I'll get paid either the day before or the day after, which is no bueno, but that is fine. Everything is fine. So that's 2 paychecks in December, 2 paychecks in November, and 1 more in October. And it's not like I can do anything with a Christmas paycheck anyway, so it's really like 4 paychecks. Is that right? Did I do that math right? Somebody check my math. Let's see. We got October, 1 paycheck in October, 2 paychecks in November, and 1 paycheck in December. Yeah, I've got 4 paychecks until Christmas, and even if I had 100 paychecks until Christmas, that wouldn't be enough. Because I'm still trying to recover from Austin's starting school again, I am behind a little bit. Like, obviously the bills are paid. I still have money to kind of mess around with, clearly, but I definitely don't have as much money at all. The only thing I've been ordering is Diamond Art Club new releases, and I have been using my, and I did buy one other thing. I think it's just one. Is it just one? Did I only buy one other thing? Yeah, okay, yeah. I did buy one other thing that wasn't a Diamond Art Club new release, and that should be here soon, I hope, so we can take a look at that together. But I have been very careful with what I've been spending and very selective with the things that I have been buying, both diamond painting related and not. So we are definitely on a tighter budget now that he's back. But once again, it's not his fault. It has nothing to do with him really at all, other than the fact that he started school, and so he needed uniforms, he needed school supplies and all that stuff. And, we weren't prepared, so. But once again, I'm just going to go ahead and say it wasn't my fault. I mean, when the year started, I should have been planning for him to start back up at school, but they were saying things like, oh, we don't know if it'll be until January. Oh, we don't know if it'll be this year at all. So I was kind of like, okay, well, then I'm just not going to worry about it. But what I should have done was worry about it. But I cannot live in the past. We're moving on, right, ladies and gentlemen? We are moving on. Oh, so I want to talk about something really quickly. So I talk about my friends almost in every single video. But my friend had mentioned to me this one person who I hadn't heard of before. And his name is Christopher, and I'm going to butcher the last name. Let me see, Christopher Kolasa, Kolasa. So he does these diamond painting videos, and he just recently won a giveaway from the Chuck Along with Maritza and Mindy. And so the last video he posted was, it was 2 Chuck paintings finished, which are absolutely beautiful, and then the print that he had won from the giveaway. So, I mean, that was it's always stunning to see people's finishes, but like, you know, I say it, but I'm like, will I do a Chuck? I'm like, I'm leaning more towards yes every day. So I'm not really in love with any of his paintings, but their finishes are, oh my gosh. I couldn't even, like, what? So I actually met Christopher. Well, I didn't meet him. He doesn't know I'm doing this. You know what? I'm going to call us friends because I watch all of his videos. So congratulations, Christopher. We're friends now. But I found out about him through Maritza. And she was saying how, I can't remember, but she was like, he is so sweet. And I'm like, okay, I got to check this guy out. So I go, and oh my God, he is absolutely the sweetest. I love watching his videos because he is just, you know, how do you, I want to say it without being like weird. Like, he's just like adorable. Like, I just love, I love the content he is producing because he is so genuine and kind, and like, I mean, I know that all of us, well, most of us try to be genuine. Well, I mean, all of us. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for everyone, y'all. Okay. But I know, like, a lot of us, like, we are genuine, but like, there's something about him that is just like, oh my God. So I will definitely leave him in the description box. Go check him out. He's just like, I can't, like, in words. Like, he just makes my heart happy. I don't know. But yeah, so, and he is at 99 subscribers, and he might hit 100 before you go subscribe, but go subscribe anyway because he's just amazing. So yeah, go hit subscribe and tell him I sent you. He is so adorable. And Maritza, tell him Maritza and I sent you, because Maritza is the one who told me about him originally. So Maritza definitely deserves credit for you discovering him as well. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything else I really had to talk about. I really just wanted to get out there my embarrassing little story. And I think that's really it. Oh, my foot has fallen asleep again. I deserve it. I do, because I keep doing it to myself. But oh my gosh, oh yes, an amazing race. Let me cross my leg so that I'm sitting on my other foot now, so that I can have the same foot go numb twice. That's how you know I'm finished with a whip and chat. If both feet have gone numb at least once, and maybe even twice. That's how you conclude a whip and chat here. So, or a weapon chat. So, I am rewatching The Amazing Race from season 1. I think I'm in season 5 right now. Definitely a lot of the credit to me rapidly going through the seasons is definitely due to the overnight double thing that I did a little while ago. That's definitely for sure a reason that I'm going through it so fast. But The Amazing Race actually just came out again. Like, it was pre-filmed, obviously, from before the Rona took over our lives. But it's really nice to have that content again. Like, that's the same reason that I love Big Brother in, like, right now. Because it's something new to watch. It's not a rerun. You know, I'm tired. I couldn't even make words happen if I tried, clearly. So, I think that's it. But yeah, so I'm rewatching The Amazing Race from season 1. And like I said, I'm in season 5, and I'm watching the newest season too, which is fun because Big Brother's about to end, and Love Island already ended, which was my trash show. And Survivor ended before, so it's like I'm sad now because all of my programs are going to be over. Is that it? Is that all I was watching was Big Brother and Love Island and now The Amazing Race? Oh, The Masked Singer, but I don't watch that on TV. I watch it later on. Like, I typically watch an episode on Fridays with my coworker. So, yeah, that's all the TVs I'm watching right now. I'm not really a big, like, TV watcher anyway. I typically, like, as far as, like, watching it on the actual TV, I typically watch more things on, say, Hulu or Netflix or... Well, with all the CBS stuff, I've been watching CBS All Access. I was watching, what's that show? The Challenge, too. But that is also over. Have no new TV to watch. And my preference, not my preference. My preference is definitely, I like reality TV. I don't really like... I like action. Here's the thing. I like action movies. I like drama movies. I like I swear to you, I can speak. I like comedies and stuff as far as movies go, but I'm not really a fan of sitcoms. I don't really, like, the only drama I really like is Grey's Anatomy. So, I really, for some reason, prefer reality TV. And not like, well, I guess I do like trashy reality TV, says the person who just got done talking about Love Island. But I don't typically like trashy reality, though. Like, I'm not, like, Keep Up with the Kardashians. I'm not, like, whatever else TV shows are on TV. Like, Real Housewives of wherever. I don't watch those shows. But, like, competition reality is basically what I like to watch. But not like Masked Singer, though. The only reason I like Masked Singer is because it's different. You know what? Like, it's like a whole bunch of celebrities wearing a mask and singing. And you have to try to guess who is under the mask. So it's really fun. But I don't typically like America's Got Talent, The Voice, or American Idol. I don't really like those shows, but something about Masked Singer. So, those are the shows that I'm currently watching. What are you watching? Do you have any recommendations for somebody who likes reality TV, competition reality TV, but not trash reality TV? If you have some recommendations, I would love to hear them. I don't know why I poured out 5 different colors, acting like I was going to finish this color before the video was over and move on to the next one. Well, I might. I don't... Outlook, not good, but I wanted options. That's what we'll say. So I have been trying to make fun dinners that are healthy and also something that I will eat because I'm pretty picky. And Austin is also a little picky. Anthony, I mean, honestly, like, I could feed him disgusting food and he would eat it. Like, he will eat it. The other day I made shepherd's pie and I liked it. He didn't like the potatoes. I like my potatoes chunky. I like smooth potatoes, but I also like chunky potatoes. So he didn't really like the shepherd's pie. Austin didn't like it either. So, Austin's like at the table. I liked it though. I liked it. Oh, hey, I did finish. Go me. Oh, just kidding. Yeah, he didn't really like it. I liked it. But Austin's like, I don't like it. Anthony's like, I didn't either, but I ate it. I'm like, wow, that was... Don't worry about my feelings. That was a little hurtful. But you know what I mean? Like, he was like, you know, you don't have to like it, but you gotta eat it. And that's something I tell him all the time. I'm like, you don't have to like it. You don't even really have to eat it, but you will try it. And, you know, after arguing with him for a ridiculous amount of time, he ended up eating it. But also, I think he's one of those kids that's like, I don't like it, even when he likes it, just because he would prefer to have something else. But regardless, shove it in your mouth and eat it. So, I don't know what we're going to do for dinner tonight. Oh my gosh, Anthony made pizza the other night. It was pretty good. I made, what did I make last night? I made chicken stir-fry tacos, which, by the way, they are excellent. But I don't know what I'm gonna make for dinner tonight because I did not defrost meat. And I don't know when I'm gonna be home because I'm driving to my dad today for him to look at my AC. So, y'all, I really don't know when I'm gonna be home to cook dinner. I hope that I make it home before Big Brother because I would be so upset if I couldn't watch Big Brother. I've missed a couple episodes, but it's always been for like a solid reason. So, I think that is it for today. I think that I am done rambling. Please feel free to leave any comments, questions, concerns, all that in the comment section. Primarily, tell me if you have any shows that you recommend to me based on my preferences. And tell me, what would you have done in that situation when that man pulled up to the light and asked you for your number and your child is in the car and you're bad at socials, so you just drive off? What would you have done? So tell me that and all of the other things in the comment section. I will be happily awaiting your thoughts. Alright guys, I am gonna cut it off here. I'm gonna go retrieve my child, contemplate my existence and whether or not that was the right thing to do. Put away my drills. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start putting away my drills now. And yeah, so if you like this video and would like to see more from me, give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe. And I will catch you in the next one. But until then, I'm messing up my own outro. This is ridiculous. Look, just, what do I even say? You know, this has been a struggle. Anyways, be safe, wash your hands, and take care of yourself. Bye, guys.